Hey everyone, Tony here. Just got some more stuff to show you, so let's get into it. I guess we'll do the biggest card first. So I picked this one up, finally, I should say. This is one that I've wanted for a pretty long time, the 2013 Mike Trout Heritage Chrome with the rookie trophy. So these are numbered to 999. I know they changed the chrome up in Heritage recently. I forget what it is now, but as far as I'm aware, they don't number the chromes anymore. But up until like this year, these regular chromes were generally numbered to 999, and then I think the refractors were 599 or something like that. So this one actually got to me the day Trout went on the IL, which is pretty funny, incidentally. I mean, it's not funny that he's on the IL. I think he's gonna get off pretty soon, hopefully. Come on, Trouty. Let's stay on the field. I also got this one. This is a pretty nice pickup from a box. I found this Tommy Edman. This is the True Photo Variations. Um, so this was probably 2023, 2024. My mistake. So these aren't numbered, but I think they're case hits if I'm not mistaken. So pretty nice one of Tommy Tanks there. Of course, now with the Dodgers. Did I already say that? And then I've got this nice 2018 Bowman purple refractor of Freddie Freeman. So let's get into some other cards. I guess we'll do this one. So this is pretty neat. Picked this up the other day. This is from something called King Confectionery, or KK, and it's actually a die. As you can see, the little die numbers and the squares up there, so you'd fold this and make a die. I have another one, so it's a set of two dice, but the players are the same on both of them. You just get two of them. And I believe these would have to be mid to late 70s. The big giveaway there, of course, down here, Shigeo Nagashima has number 90, which he didn't wear as a player. He wore number 3 as a player, but took over as the Giants manager in 1975 and wore the number 90. Of course, that's Sadaharu O, who is still playing and would play for another few years. And then in the blue, that's Koichi Tabuchi for the Tigers, Hall of Fame catcher. So 3 Hall of Famers there. I believe these guys are all Hall of Famers. On the back here in the red, that's Kenichi Azawa for the Chunichi Dragons. And Koji Yamamoto for the Carp on the left in the yellow back with the yellow background. And then actually this guy right here, I don't know who this is offhand. And actually at first I didn't even recognize the uniform. The hat looked a little strange to me. And then it dawned on me that it must be the Lotte Marine, the Lotte Marines. That's what they're called now, the Lotte Orions, as they were known back then. So I kind of had an epiphany just now, but I don't know who this is. I could probably look it up and figure it out, but if you do know who it is, let me know. So that is pretty awesome. Nice little pickup. And then let's see here. We'll get into some Calbies. Wouldn't be a JP Wisco video without Calbies at this point. So let's get into it. I got a couple Sadaharu O's. This is a real nice one. Check this out. I love the angle on this one. You get that classic O stance, but it's from like, a slightly different angle, the umpire's angle. And you can even see that little number 1 on his helmet, which is pretty badass. Pretty clean back, too. I also got another awesome looking O card. Check that out. What a clean card. This is a 79. So we'll do some 73s. So as I said before, I'm collecting the bat backs, the first 91 cards in the 73, but I also do collect the flag backs, which are numbers 92 through 368 to complete the whole set. So I've got some flag backs here. So let's take a look at these. Here we've got a Giants catcher, Yoshida. This guy was the understudy of sorts. Well, not of sorts, really. He was the understudy of the great Masaki Mori, aka Masahiko Mori. The Giants' great V9 catcher, the catcher during their run of 9 consecutive titles. And Yoshida was supposed to kind of be his successor, or was being groomed to be his successor, but didn't really pan out to the extent of becoming Mori's successor, really. But this is a nice card of him. Number 182. Got another Giant here. Suetsugu, outfielder. And a real nice card of Shibata, Isao Shibata. And this one is, as you can see, you can probably make out who that is in the upper left corner there, Mr. Giants himself. So that's a nice little bonus to get, Nagashima photo bombing in the back of the card there. I probably should take these out of the plastic. They do look so much better not in the plastic, but taking them out and putting them back in the card savers is a little bit, as the Japanese would say, mendokusai. It's a pain in the ass. So I'm just going to keep them in there. You can see them pretty decently. And then I have this one. Now, Yamamoto for the Carp, but don't get it twisted. This is not Carp Hall of Famer Koji Yamamoto. This is Kazuyoshi Yamamoto, the elder Yamamoto on the Carp at the time. So they had 2 Yamamotos. And this Yamamoto is not a Hall of Famer, but he was a pretty solid player. Immaculate back on that one. Check that out. And then I've got one that does not have an immaculate back, but it's still a nice card. And this is one of Taira Fujita, Tigers shortstop. So, a pretty soiled back, but one that's pretty typical for soiling on these. But I just here just to compare them for you. So that's a pack fresh one on the right, and then one with considerable wear on the left. So how about then we move into some modern Calbee? So those were 70s Calbee. We'll do some modern Calbee. The latest Calbee just dropped 2025, the first series. Calbee used to do 3 series, but I think they're only doing 2 now. So they've cut it down to 2, but the first series did come out, and I managed to snag a few bags of potato chips. Got some pretty fun stuff in here. Did pretty well actually. So started off. This is pretty neat. I got this checklist. This is the fighters team checklist with one of their mascots on it. He's a fox. I forget what his name is, but if all the team checklists are mascots like that with the kind of cartoon, that would be kind of cool to collect all of them. I do like mascot cards. I used to collect mascot cards in opening day, but of course they got rid of opening day. So, and this is what the base cards look like. So this is just your regular base, pretty typical minimalist design. And this is Hayato Sakamoto, legendary guy for the Giants, big star. Definitely in the waning chat years of kind of final chapter of his career, but um, definitely an all-time Giants great on a team that has a whole lot of them. And then this is one I got a couple that I was real stoked to pull. I got this legend insert of my man Nori Aoki, who used to play for the Brewers, but longtime Swallows player. Officially retired last year. So this is very cool for me. I am an Aoki collector, Aoki enjoyer. Another guy I like, in fact, my favorite active player in the Japanese leagues, Koji Chikamoto. So I got this cool title holder card. They always do these title holders. And naturally, the title for Yamamoto for Chikamoto is a stolen base leader. So it's a stolen base leader, and this is his fifth time being stolen base leader. Usually when I bring up Chikamoto, I talk about how I went to a game with the Tigers versus the Swallows at Jingu Stadium, and Chikamoto hit two triples in the game, and then he got beaned, which was probably unintentional, maybe. Beaning is exceptionally rare in Japanese baseball, so. And then I got this card is super cool. This is Hiroto Takahashi. Um, and I don't actually know what kind of card this is, what set this subset or insert set this is, because it's not a star card and it's not a title holder card. It does say up here very faintly that he had the most strikeouts in this kind of. I mean, this card is awesome. It's got the text there. If you can see the kanji on the side, it's kind of a almost like a Dufex, which is just really cool. So this is talking about how Takahashi was the strikeout leader for the Dragons. So maybe just team leader cards. And then finally, let's do some miscellaneous. These are also Japanese cards. So I got this one is pretty neat. I got this card of Andrew Jones, the future Hall of Famer for sure. Andrew Jones, he's inching there. May even get in with the next class. So Andrew Jones, to finish his career, actually played with the Rakuten Eagles up in Tohoku, the Tohoku region, for a couple seasons. And this is from some Epoch product, but this is a silver facsimile signature. So probably a parallel. I assume I did find it in a box, but based on the convention of these facsimile signatures being parallels, likely a parallel. I got a couple nice ones of a Yokohama Bay Stars prospect slash rookie Shion Matsuo. Catcher, I think this guy is going to be a stud muffin. So remember the name Shion Matsuo. This guy's got a loud bat. He doesn't strike out, and he is a good catcher. So I got this one is his Topps Chrome rookie, and I also picked this one up from Epoch. Real nice shiny one. I think I was lucky to find this one. It was only a few hundred yen, which is like $5. And this one is actually numbered to 99. You can kind of see it up there. And then finally, no, not finally. That'll do it. All right, guys. So as always, thanks for watching. Peace.